All right, everybody. Here we are, another day. I hope everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Okay. Okay. All right. How's it going, everybody? My name is Darren Wong, and I am a member of the Kinjas, and welcome to my beginner hip-hop dance class. If you've never been here before, basically this is exactly how I teach a beginner hip-hop dance class if we're in person. And it's not like your typical dance class. I tend to do it a little bit different way. But before I get started into that, if you want to go deeper into like really understanding like choreography to a complete song that isn't too hard and too like, I guess, intermediate and advanced, I do offer like mainstream choreography classes as well. I'll leave a link in the chat right after I go back to the computer for that. You can access that through that link. And then basically those are for like in-person group classes where you actually like really dig deep into a choreography routine, and I really go deep into it. So if you want to do that, be sure to hit that link. But yeah, let's get started. So the way I usually run my beginner hip-hop dance classes, especially for complete beginners, is I always focus on a main concept, movement, or basic groove that you need to know to understand just hip-hop dance in general, right? So I feel like a lot of us, when we take dance classes, we're kind of thrown into almost like the deep end of the water and we don't know how to swim. You can't really successfully learn a choreography piece unless you kind of know the fundamental movements behind it, okay? So that's the purpose of why I teach and focus on a fundamental movement first. Then after we do that, then I will start teaching a combination, or you could think of it as choreography as well, that we apply those basic techniques to. That way you already know, one, the basic technique, and you can use it whenever you want, whether it's freestyle or choreography. And two, you see how it's kind of applied into different choreography, and it won't be too intimidating. Cool? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go for the warm-up. Here we go. Hi, Nisha. Well, thanks for saying hi. But I will definitely leave a link so you can rewatch this. So there's usually a replay afterwards. But yes, thank you for saying hi, and I'm glad you're awake for just coming in to say hi. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And it's like up, so up. And down. And up. And down. Go a little faster. And up. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Good, we're gonna look to our right, so right. Really stretch that neck, and left, all the way over, and right, and left. Good, a little faster, and right, and left, and right, and left, and right, and left, and right. Good. Now we're going to tilt to the right. So all the way over, stretch out your ear to your shoulder, and switch. Just warming up that neck, and right, and left. Good. Let's go a little faster. And right, and left, and right, and left, and right, and left, and right. Good. We're going to make a giant circle to right. So giant circle. Bring it around town. Bring it around. Good. Switch, other way. Good. Perfect. Good. So now we're gonna pretend like our nose is a pencil. We're just gonna make this almost like an infinity sign. You can just follow my finger, and we're just gonna go all the way around. Just get every little incy wincy bit of your neck warmed up. Good. Now we reverse it, so other way. One way is usually easier. Good. We're gonna go shoulders all the way back. Big circles. Draw those circles. Good, we go forward, so all the way forward. Good, and now we're gonna hug ourselves. Try to keep your arms in a straight line, and if you want an extra stretch, you can actually open your palms to the back, or you can think about your thumb pointing to the back. So open your palms up to the sky, and thumbs pointing out. Just feel this crazy stretch in your chest. Good, okay, so now we're gonna focus on our spine. So try your best not to move your hips. Try to keep them facing the camera or facing your computer, and all I'm gonna do is twist very gently side to side from everything above it. Again, just very gentle, no big rush. Good, we're gonna go side to side now. So again, keep your hips where they are. All I want you to do is push your shoulders to the left and try to keep them in a straight line, so try not to bend. But you're trying to really focus on stretching the spine, and to the right. Good, and left. It's hot in here. And right, and left, and right, and left, and right. Very good. So now we're gonna keep opening up our chest. So you want to aim for your chest to go 45 degrees up. Don't go straight ahead. You'll get a better stretch if you go 45. I'm going to puff my chest up as far as I can. As I push back my chest, I want my hips to go forward. I'm going to reach as far as I can. Get that crazy stretch in your back. All the way back up. And all the way back. Let's go one more time. All the way up. And all the way back. Perfect. So now we're going to try to combine those. So I'm going to start in the back. I'm going to pretend like my chest is drawing a circle. So I'm going to go to the back and move my chest to the right. To the front, and then left, and then back. If this is confusing, it's all good. Just trying to figure out our body here. Left, and then back. Let's go the other way. So left, forward, right, back, and left, forward, right, back. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to open up our hips. So you're going to pretend like there's a chair here. All I want you to do is walk on it. Big circles. Your hips pop. It's all good. It's hip-hop. Good, we're gonna do the same thing. Come on the inside. Open up the outside of your hips. Okay, good. All right, we're gonna loosen up our knees. So, it doesn't have to be really high, but just pick up your leg a little bit, just so we can kick out our leg back and forth. So this is your right leg, going back and forth. Good, now we're gonna come inside and outside. Inside, outside. Good, now we're gonna circle inside. Draw those circles from your knees. Good, outside. Perfect. Let's go left leg out. So same thing, kick out. Good, we're going inside and out. So inside. Good, now we're gonna circle inside. Again, circling from your knee. Good, now we're going outside. Perfect, so last one for your knees. You wanna point your feet together and point them to the front, so don't move them side to side. And very gently bend side to side from your knees. Don't force it, just warming everything up. Circle to our right. Draw that circle to the left. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna open up our hips and our hamstrings. So whatever you need to do to keep your legs straight, whether that's grab your knees, your shins, or your ankles, all I want you to do is as we go down, push out your knees and also lift up your chest. This will feel very crazy, but it's good for you. All the way up. And all the way back down. Take your time. Those hips. All the way down. Perfect. Good, 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 good. We're gonna come all the way up very slowly, very slowly. Take your time, take your time. Cool, this last one's for your ankles. So all I'm gonna do is, whatever your ankle mobility is, just gonna rock to the outside of my feet and just rock side to side. Good. Just rocking side to side. Good. So we're gonna do the same thing, a little bit wider. So now you're coming on the inside of your feet. On the inside. Good, now we're gonna walk on our heels. March it up, march it up. Good, now we're going on our toes. Alrighty, here we go. What's up, Pablo? Good to see you again, sir. Alrighty, okay, so like I said, I always start my lessons off with a basic movement or fundamental movement you need to know. Okay, so for the most part, we've been focusing on a lot of grooves. Today, I want to work on a texture. Okay, so this is just a way to approach a step or a movement, right? So in the most part, most people are very used to just stepping from one side to another or from place to place. Okay, so you want to take the same concept, and now we're going to add just what we call slides, right? So now I'm going to use this to just slide around, and instead of thinking like very like marchy in place, I want this to feel a little bit smoother and constant movement, almost like you're on ice the whole time. Okay, so one basic way we can approach this is just doing a basic two-step, but instead of stepping together, we're just gonna slide. Okay, so again, focusing mostly on keeping constant movement this time. And again, as I mentioned in all my beginner classes, try your best to always think you're continuously moving, almost like the music is water, versus being like, stop, right? So we always want to have like a continuous motion towards it. So that means you need to slow down your foot before it gets there in order to keep it moving the other way. Then we want to execute it that way versus trying to be very like robot, point A to point B. Okay, so from here, just the basic step, and then we'll turn it into a slide. So our basic two-step, our holy grail of movements for hip hop, right? Everybody does the two-step. So from here, all I'm doing is stepping to the right, stepping together. This is 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this is no groove, no nothing right now. All we're doing is focusing on where our feet are going and then how to change it up. Okay, so like I've always mentioned, you want to try your best to almost cheat the way that you dance. Like you want to take one move and showcase how you can do it very differently than everybody else. Okay, so one way to do that is, one, you could change your picture, or two, you could kind of change the texture or the dynamic that you're approaching at it, right? So for this, now instead of thinking step, step, right, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch to my right so I can slide my left over, and then right before it gets there, I want to launch to my left so I could get to my left, right? So now I'm just almost like skating on the ground and left together. Okay, so let's try this with counts. For now, just focus on your feet landing on the counts. We won't get too much into down groove or up groove today, but if you want to kind of discover that, just check out the other live streams I've done where we kind of go like really deep into like just the basic down groove or just the basic up groove. Okay, so just your steps, right? So I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just side to side, very gentle. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So while you're doing that, again, you want to feel almost like you want to make it a little bit bigger, or if you don't make it big, then you want to slow down the pace of the foot coming in, right? So if I don't step really big, I still want constant movement, just so I feel like something's happening versus doing, right? That's almost like you're very robotic versus like keeping that constant motion to go to the next side, okay? So let's try that one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. So let's just try that with music, and then we'll make it even fancier and more complicated. Yes, I agree, Pablo. The stretch is key. Always gets me warm. All right, so here we go. Just sliding side to side. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time, constant movement. And move, and move, and move. Good, good, good. So that's our basic that we're gonna work with today, okay? Easy peasy, right? Dance is not too crazy. It's just like you're ice skating. Okay, cool. So now we can take that and just kind of be fancier with it, okay? So one way you can make your slides fancier is just, of course, change the direction, right? I'm all about try not to work harder, just work smarter, right? So now we could just take this side to side, and I could technically go forward and back or back and forward. So just so you can kind of get a head start with the combo, I'm just gonna go back and forth, okay? So think of in your head, I'm still technically doing the same move, right, left, right? But now I'm just gonna take this backwards, right, left, right, back, and front, okay? So again, trying to have that smoothness, almost like R&B style, versus thinking like step and step, okay? So let's just try to go back and forth. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sliding back and forward, constant movement, and back and forward, and back and forth, okay? So that's one way we can approach it, just changing the direction we're going, right? So there's nothing stopping me. If I understand my pattern, right together, left together, I could go literally anywhere I want, right? Diagonal, front, turn around, come back, right? So for this one, now let's practice doing a just one-legged doing the same move the whole time, okay? So that could be right and right, okay? So we're just gonna take that easy concept, but now I'm just gonna use it to kind of turn around in a circle to make it look fancier, okay? So like I always say, don't get too stuck onto patterns. Patterns are always good when you're learning them, but once you have the pattern down, you want to kind of break it and see how you can create something else from it, okay? So grab what you like from it and put it into your own style, right? So for this one, in my head, I'm thinking right leg, left leg, okay? So that's already different on itself just by going right, left versus double, 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 right? So, but let's make it fancier, right? So again, I'm always about angles and just turning your body to make it look like you're doing something fancy versus trying too hard, right? So if you haven't been in my previous classes, I always talk about basically wherever my toes are pointing, that's where my body's gonna naturally go, okay? So later you can get into opposition, but when you're first starting, you really wanna focus on just letting your body naturally turn versus fighting it, right? So if you think of it, when I tell you to walk, and I told you to walk this way, you would not keep your chest to the front and turn your toes this way, okay? So that's kind of weird, right? But you would kind of almost naturally, without even thinking about it, you would turn your body to face wherever your toes going, right? So if I want to turn backwards, my toes face that way. If I want to turn back to the front, my toes go that way, right? So in this one, I want you just to imagine we're doing a 180 turn each move, okay? So first time we do it, on our right, I want to face the back. So I'm just gonna turn my feet to the back, right? And then from here, I want to go back to the front. So I'm gonna do that right leg again. Right, around. Okay, so remember, same concept is happening though, right? Right. The only difference is where my toes are pointing, right? So we try that again. Right leg first. This is 6, 7 to the back. I turn and I turn back, right? So now it's my left leg's turn, right? 2 over here, 2 over here. So again, if I want to do 180, all I need to do is focus on my toes facing the back after I finish. Slide. And then as I turn back to the front, I want my toes to face the front. Boop. Okay, so let's try that one more time. Just the left. 6, 7, 8. I'm going left and left around. Okay, so let's try to go right and left and left. So you don't get confused. One tip I can give you is just think like if you're going to your right, someone's just constantly pushing your shoulders to the right. That way you're not confused about where you turn. Same thing if you go to the left, constantly pushing your left shoulder. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is right and left and left. Okay, so let's just try doing that with music, just the turnaround, right? Here we go. Oh yeah. Sliding it up. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7 to your right. 1, 2, 1, 2, left. Good. Let's go one more time. 5. Let's do it a couple more times. 5, 6, 7 to your right. Slide, 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 slide. Good. One more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slide, 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 slide. Good. Okay. How we feeling? Sliding it up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Already getting warm. Already getting warm. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nisha, if you need that link, it's also in the description of this video too, so you can always go back to that as well. So, no worries. Alrighty. Okay, so now let's get a little bit more, I guess, creating different shapes with our slides. Okay, so that's very like, okay, I'm just doing it in a linear fashion, right? But let's say to keep it feel like it's constantly moving, all I need to do is lift a leg and keep that moving versus just stopping. Right, so now I have more range of motion to kind of go through it, right? So if I step to my right, instead of just stopping here, let's pick up our leg, right? So now I'm going over, up, over, up, over, up. So again, same exact movement, right? Nothing's changed. All I'm doing is right and left, but now I'm just picking up my leg, left leg and right leg. Pick up and pick up. Okay, let's just try that for an 8 counts. 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes right and left and right and left. Okay, so it kind of gives it that more, I guess, more freedom to kind of travel farther, and that way you can make your movement a lot bigger as well versus just doing like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and you just kind of like have to slow it down. Okay, so that's one example of how we can approach that, right? So another way we can do that is, let's think of a more creative way to keep moving my foot versus like, okay, I'm just gonna lift it up, right? So one could be, maybe I don't stop here, but maybe I swivel it back to come back here, right? So now I'm just creating this little swivel side to side, but really all I'm doing is doing this. It's almost like I'm painting on the ground with my toe versus just stopping here and then trying to launch to the other one. Okay, so very slowly for this one, all I go is same move, right? Right, but instead of stopping here, I'm gonna kind of use my toe, or you can think about your knee going in and out, and then I start the next one. In and out, boom. In and out, boom. In, out, boom, right? So it kind of gives it more of a snaky feel, and it gives you just another option to do with it, right? So this, you could always go back to your regular, right? This is your regular. I can pick it up, or I can add a little snake into it, right? It's all the same move, but it's now I'm just approaching it in a different way, okay? So let's go just to try something and drill it. Let's go back to regular. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we'll pick up our leg. 1, up, 2, up, 3, up. Now go for the watercolor, and around, and around, and around, and around. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be touching the ground. Like if you want to fake it, it's all about the illusion of constant movement, right? That's what's gonna make you look like a more mature dancer versus someone who's just like, right? And just trying to like pick points to stop at, right? Always constant movement for now, unless the choreography calls for it, okay? Let's try that. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, basic slide, slide, and slide, and slide. Pick up your foot, and up, and up, and up. Now paint the ground, paint, 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 right? Just gives it a different feel to it, okay? Let's try it again. So 5, 6, 7, basic first, slide, and slide, and slide, and slide, leg up, and leg, and leg, and leg, paint the floor, and paint, and paint, and paint, and paint. Good, okay, relax. Follow the Tootsie slide, that's funny. Cool. Okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna be working with our combination today. Okay, so again, don't think of this as like choreography. If you want like choreography to like a mainstream song, again, hit that link and then we can go through that one. But this is just for practice sake, right? It's always about understanding how to apply our basics so we can actually use it to dance. And that way we're not just stuck to be like, well, I have to wait till this song comes on because that's the only choreography I know, right? Should be fun to dance, right? Okay, so we're gonna take that basic slide, and then again, this whole combo is just gonna kind of be based around sliding around, okay? So nothing is really changing, no technique is changing. I'm just changing different movements to make it look different and show you how you can change anything to make it look more advanced than it really is, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna start with that right, left, okay? So the only difference I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna physically turn my body to our profile or the side, okay? So instead of coming here to the front, here to the front, I wanna turn to the side, and then to the side, just to make it look like we're swiveling around, okay? So we'll go right, turn, left, turn. Here we go, so 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going right, turn, left, turn. Let's go one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, and left, turn. Good, so from here, I'm gonna go backwards and forwards, and this is where I'm gonna kinda like adjust my body to be back to my right, and I'm gonna go back to my left, here. Okay, so all I'm doing really is I'm just turning from right to left the whole time, and I'm changing my direction, right? So that just takes this move, sorry about hitting the mic, this basic move, which is what we've been doing, right? Into something a little bit more, and turn, and turn, and turn, right? So try to like make, again, any small like direction change makes a big difference and like changes the way it looks when you're dancing, okay? So here we go, to the right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, and left, and right, and left. Okay, so let's try that again. So again, just focusing on the slide. If you want to, technically I am doing an up groove. Up, 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 up. But again, let's just focus on the slide today. That way you can like add in your own stuff, right? I could take this and go down, down, right? I could also do that. So just know you can take this basic and then also add our basic grooves that we have on top of that, okay? So let's go to right, left, back, front. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, and left, and back, and front. Okay, let's go one more time. So 5, 6, 7, 8, to the right, to the left, to the back, to the front. Good, okay, so let's try to just throw some arms just to like make it a little bit more confusing. If you've never taken my classes, for these classes, I really don't focus that much on like, you have to have perfect placement with the arms. Especially when you're learning, I'd rather you start discovering more things to do with your arms. My only rule with arms is don't have what we call T-Rex arms, where your arms are always in, right? It's all about, this is very closed off and very nervous, where this is very like free and inviting, right? So whenever we're dancing, I'm always wanting to be inviting to everybody else and not thinking like, I'm the best, I'm gonna battle you, son, right? So think about being inviting, and that really just comes from opening your arms a little bit bigger and not closing off your armpits, okay? So most dancers, they kind of feel comfortable down here or in here, but I would challenge you to come up a little bit higher, even if it's just chest level, right? So as I go side to side, I'm kind of gonna use my arms to just kind of guide me back and forth, and that's all I'm gonna do with my arms for now, okay? So as I go to my right, I'm gonna throw my right arm. So this is right, my left comes to my right arm, then I'm gonna throw my left, then I'm gonna repeat it, right, and then left. Okay, so as we do that, think about your arms are kind of helping your slide. Okay, so right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm. And think you're just like almost doing these warm-ups, right? Have you ever seen like people in the park doing these to wake up your blood system, that's true. You should be doing that. So here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, and left, and right, and left. Okay, so all again, if that's really confusing you, just focus on the slides, right? That's the main thing we want to focus on. Okay, let's try that again. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes right, and left, and back, and front. Okay, so let's try that with music. Here we go. Hi, Jessica. You can always add your groove, Jessica. I know you got it. I know you got it. If you want to, Jessica, this is technically an up groove. Up, 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 up. Okay? But again, don't feel like you have to add it in. Here you go. And 5, 6, 7 to your right, and left, and back, and front. Good. Again, 5 and 6. Remember constant movement. 5, 6, constant movement, and move, and move, and move, and move. Okay, let's go one more time. 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7 to the right, and left, and right, and left. Good. Good. Okay. Any questions? See, dance is not that hard, right? It's just all about like sliding around. You could even do it in your socks. Probably make it easier. Okay, cool. Let me actually get a sip of water. Hydrate yourselves, everybody. Okay, here we go. Let's go from the top, and then we'll start adding on. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes basic slide, bring it back, bring it forward. Okay, so from here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that leg lift. If you want to, technically this is a down groove and an up groove. So if you want to, I'm just gonna open my feet, open, and I'm again, constant movement. This is like the slide variation, come up, right? So from here, so this is gonna go slide with my right, slide with my left, up. So this is like a double slide versus just like leaping to it, which is what we have been doing a lot of. Now I'm actually gonna slide into it. So almost like slide your right leg into it, then just slide my left leg up. Okay, if you want to do the down groove part of it, think about shooting your toes out so your knees pop out more. Okay, so that's a little quick tip for you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you want your knees to show, just again, think about what your toes are doing. It's kind of hard to see this if they're forward versus doing that. Okay, so just think about, again, if you want to dance bigger, just think about like little, I guess, body mechanical things you could do to fix it versus thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna bend farther, right? Because just doing this and doing this is basically the same height, but it looks bigger because my toes are out, okay? A little fun fact, right? So there we go, so with the right. So I'm going open, up. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna go to the left, same move, okay? So again, I'm always about repeats, especially as beginners, that we have something to drill, okay? So I'm gonna go open, and then up. So again, this is like a double slide. Slide, 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 slide. So I'm kind of using my legs to keep pulling myself one way. That way it looks, the illusion is I'm constantly moving. Okay, here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going slide up, slide up. Okay, let's go from the top. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going right and left and back and front and down, up, down, up. Okay, so again in your head, just think you're still doing the same combination, right? Right, left, left, right. Nothing's changing there. I'm just doing different directions and different variations. Okay, here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. To the right, to the left, to the back, to the front, and open up, open up. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so from here, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of switch it on you, okay? So instead of doing a two-step, just to make it a little bit different, I'm gonna show you a different slide, okay? So in my head, I'm just gonna step forward, and then all I'm gonna do is pull back with my center leg, okay? So I'll turn it to the side so you can see this, okay? So this is my right leg. It might be mirrored for you. So just know that this is my right leg. I'm gonna step forward here, and then I'm gonna use this back leg, the center leg, to pull me back, okay? So just think your right leg's doing this. That's your slide, right? Sliding on the ground, right? And then my left is just creating an illusion like it's floating, okay? Very Michael Jackson-esque, okay? So we're going right, and then pulling back with that center leg, pull back, okay? So as I'm here, if I go back to this one, I just went right, up, left, up. From here, I'm just gonna step to the front. I actually think more like 45, just so people can see it better. And then I'm gonna come back in, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. So whatever leg is in your center, you're using that leg to pull back. Okay, so if I'm here again, it's my right leg coming up from that last combo. Take a step forward, use that center leg to pull you back. Again, sliding it back. Then you step forward with the pullback leg, and then you switch your pullback leg. So in your mind, think right, together, left, together. So if you really think about this, this is kind of like a stay in place two-step, right? This goes away from my center. This goes towards my center, towards my center. So if you've taken my clock method lesson, then you know all about this, coming back to center and using this to kind of use that for your grooves, okay? So let's try that a couple more times. So with our right leg up, so 6, 7, 8, this is step forward, use that middle leg to pull you back. This is step forward, use that middle leg to pull you back. So in your head, think right, pull back with your left, left, pull back with your right. And you can say that out loud. So if you're a beginner and that's just super confusing, just say it out loud, right? No one's like cares if you say that. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, come back, left, come back. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and step, drag, step, drag. Okay, so again, think of it as a slide, right? Let's go from the down, up, up. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going down, pull up, down, pull up, and step, drag, right? So again, constant motion. Even though I do that step, I'm already trying to like anticipate it by moving my body towards the direction and then pulling my body back. Okay, so that's a little extra tip. If you want to create more movement and your feet can't do it, use your body to kind of lag. And that's just coming from like putting weight forward or putting weight to the side, okay? Extra tips right there. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes down, up, drag it. Okay, let's go from the top. 5, 6, 7, to your right, and left, and right, and left, to the front, and right, and left, and drag it. Okay, so it should almost feel like you're on ice the whole time. You're like just trying to figure out where your balance is, right? Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is right, and left, and right, and left, and down, and drag it. Cool. Let's try that with the music, shall we? Sliding around, right, Jessica? Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, to the right, and left, and back, and front, and down, and step, Good. Again. Here you go. And 5, 6, 7, to your right, and left, and back, and front, and down, and step. Good. Let's go one more time. There you go. And 5, 6, 7, to your right, slide, and slide, and slide, and slide, and down, and step, round. Good. Okay. Oh yeah, 2 8 counts down, right? Feeling good, feeling great. Alrighty. Let's go from the top, shall we? And then we will move on. I'm gonna drink some water though. Okay, here we go. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, to the right, to the left, to the back, to the front, and down, drag, foot, drag. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of speed up the tempo. So again, kind of go back to like previous lessons. You don't want to feel like you're always doing the same 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Kind of gets kind of boring, especially as a viewer. You start to zone out, okay? So you want to always either change the dynamic, the texture that you're doing, but since we can't change the texture because we're working on slides, I'm gonna change timing of it, okay? So from here, this was 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I want to think I'm going to do the same move, but I'm going to go sideways. So again, changing the picture of it. This is it to the front, right? But now I'm going to go side, side. Okay, so in your head, think you're still doing the same move, right? Still dragging with that center leg, but now I'm going to go step to the side, drag, step, drag. Okay, so this is kind of where those like turning ones come in. All you're doing is you're kind of just pointing your foot a different direction to make sure that you can turn that way. Okay, so again, same move from here. I'm going to go right, middle leg drags, left, middle leg drags. And then from here, I'm going to throw in a rondajan, okay? So all I'm doing is in my head, the slide is coming from me creating a half circle with my right, okay? So that's the slide we're going to work with, okay? So in my head, there's this half circle that I want to draw with this right foot, and I'm drawing from here all the way to the back, and I want to center it for now, okay? So slowly with that one. So I'm going to the right. Right, drag with this foot. Left, drag with this foot. So since my weight is kind of on from here, it's kind of switching to my left, almost like I was going to step again. Now I want to think I'm just drawing this circle around, okay? If you want to throw in a down group, that's what the move is, okay? So I'm going step, drag, around. Okay, let's try that again. 6, 7, 8, right, pull back, left, left, pull back, right, right leg around. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, right, back, left, back, around. Okay, so from here, I'm just gonna throw in a gallop just so we can reset. So all I'm gonna do is, it's almost like I'm replacing my left leg with my right. So I'm replacing my right leg with my left. Sorry, replace my left leg with my right. My legs will come up, and then come down. Okay, so just think from here, I'm using my right to replace my left, boop, and come down. Okay, let's try that very slowly. So I'm gonna go right, pull, left, pull, around, up, down. Again, 6, 7, 8, 1, pull, and pull, around, up, down. Okay, so now you want to think the tempo speeds up. Okay, so this was 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm just going to speed that up to and counts. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, very slowly. 5, 6, 7, to your right. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, right, and left, and circle, pull, up. Couple more times. 5, 6, 7, 8, and drag, pull, up, down, or down. 5, 6, 7, 8, right, left, pull, up, down. Okay, cool. Let's try to add it to, let's go from the open up, drag your leg up. Okay, so 5, 6 slowly first, 7, 8, I'm going drag, up, slow version, slow speeded up, tap, and around, up, and. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going down, pull up, chill version, speed it up, around, up, down. Okay, so just to confuse you, of course, we're gonna do it on the other side. And don't worry, one way is always easier. That's why I always do repeats. That way you're able to practice on both sides, okay? Because it's pointless to only know how to do one move on one side, and then once it comes to doing it on your other side, you're just blanking out, okay? Because choreography doesn't happen like that, right? So on my left, I'm gonna do the same thing. Left, pull back with your center leg. Same concepts, right? Always go back to your fundamental techniques. So middle leg pulls back, out, middle leg pulls back. Now I'm switching my circle to my left, circle, and then again replacing with my right with my left. Bop, bop. Okay, so with my left foot. This goes left, center leg pulls back, right, center leg pulls back, around, up, down. Okay, let's try that. 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes left, pull, right, pull, around, up, down. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left, pull, right, pull, around, up, down. Okay, let's go slowly and try to put them together on both sides. So right first. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, pull, left, pull, around, up, down. Left, pull, right, pull, around, up, down. Okay, so a little quick tip that you can do. If it feels like it's too fast to do a tap, you could keep it up if you want to, and then step into it. Okay, that's a total like artistic decision. For me, I'm just trying to create more movement to it, but you could technically keep it up and then step into it, okay, just to slow down a little bit. Okay, so with our right foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes right, in, left, in, around, up, down, left, in, right, in, around, up, down. Okay, let's try it from the squat to the front. Okay, so that's the leg coming up. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, up, slow 1, pull back, and slow back, and quick, around, up, down, quick, around, up, down. Okay, couple more times that just from there. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going down, drag up, right pull back, left pull, speed it up, tap, round, up, down, tap, around, up, down. Okay, so if it kind of gets confusing with your feet, just think you're honestly just trying to stay in your center, and I'm just trying to go like from side to side, basically. Right, so without the drags, I'm just doing this. Right, just tapping around, playing DDR. But again, the slidiness makes it look a little bit smoother. That way it kind of feels a little bit more full, okay? So one more time, same spot, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going down, up, and chill version. Now we're speeded up, and tap, right, up, down, left, right, out, up, down. Okay, let's go from the top. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going slide and chill to the back, to the front, where we practice from. Down, up, and chill version. New part. Right, left, right, left. Good. So in your head, if you want to think about it, for that fast part, just think you're just switching right, left, right. That way you don't get too confused of where you have to go. Okay, so let's try it with music. Ballet terminology, Jessica. That's what I'm talking about. I never know if I'm actually saying that word right, but you know, run to Sean. Here we go. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7 to the side. Slide, back, front, down, chill, speed it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good, let's try it again. And 5, 6, 7 to the side, back, front, drag your leg, chill version. Now we'll speed it up, right and left, and circle, up, down, left, right, circle, up. Okay, good, let's try it again. Let's just try going from the fast one, right, left, circle, up, down. So 5, 6, just the fast one, right, left, circle. One more time, 5, 6, just your right, left, circle. Let's try left, 5, 6, 7, just your left, tap, circle. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, left, right, circle. Good, let's try going both. Here we go. Repetition is key. 5, 6, from the right to the left. 7, 8, right, left, around, left, right, around. Good, one time, 5, 6, 7, right leg, right, left, around, left, right, around. Good, let's try to go from the top. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, turn, to the back, to the front, open, down, up, down, speed it up, or slow down, and chill. New part, tap, around, tap, around. Good, good. Alrighty, very good, everybody. Let's finish it off, shall we? Parmesan. That's a good one. I'm gonna start using that one. And now we're gonna do a Parmesan, everybody. Parmesan. Okay, cool, here we go. Let's go for the top, and then we'll finish off that last 8 count. So, honestly, when you take class, if that last 8 count, or if any 8 count kind of stops you, I would say just don't worry about the rest of the 8 counts after that, because I feel like especially in beginner classes, you should be focusing on actually getting better as a dancer versus I need to learn all these angles and just hit these beats, right? So always try to focus on what is kind of behind the dance, because even like when I do this, like I'm just adding in my own grooves, but don't worry if you don't like look like that, right? Because for me, I'm just like, my body's naturally doing that, but I'd rather you focus on, okay, understanding the concept like, oh, he's just sliding around, and that's what he's more focused on, okay? So again, if you don't feel like you're getting that next 8 count, just don't worry about it, right? Just focus on the 8 count, and then especially with video, now you can like use it to go rewind and fast forward and all that stuff, okay? All right. Yes, the double CD19. If you're not left-legged, which is like most of us, I feel like left side is always crazy, so don't worry about that, okay? So again, I guess when I practice, I try to like figure it out on my strong side, just so I understand how it feels, right? So if I'm just doing just this over and over again, then I'm like, okay, I understand that. And then now I just try to do the other side, right? So that's one way to practice, and that'll kind of help you with your dancing and like truly go further versus you just trying to like wing it. And then it's just like, okay, you didn't really learn anything from it, right? So I'm all about like truly learning versus like just doing a bunch of movements, okay? Let's go from the top, and then we will finish it off. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, to the right, right, and left, and back, and front, open up, down, up, down, up, drag it back. Now speed it up, right, left, pull around, left, right, Parmesan. Okay, so from here, all I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna take that concept of creating circles. So in my head, I'm just doing left, right, left, okay? But now to make it fancier, of course, that's just like, kind of like, right? But in your head, that's what we're doing, okay? Left leg, left leg, okay? But now I'm just gonna add circles into it, okay? So think about we had a reverse circle, so now I want to make my circles go forward, okay? So in my head, I just went here, right? So my body's here. I want my left to go first, so that means I have to put my weight on my right. So going back to like past classes, whatever leg you have to move, put the weight on the opposite leg, right? It's very hard to move your left if your weight is on your left, because then you have to like push off of it, versus already having it on this right leg, so I can move my left. Okay, so my left leg's gonna go around. I'm gonna draw a half circle. So in your head, think like you're drawing like half Sailor Moon circles, right? So with my left leg, I'm gonna go left. Once I get to the center, I'm gonna switch it, so my weight's gonna go to my left, and I'm gonna shoot my right out, right? And then once I get to about here to the profile, I'm gonna bring it back to the front. Okay, so in your head, think you're drawing circles with your left, then your right does like a back sweep, and then your left does a front sweep, okay? There's my B-boy terminology. By the way, if you guys ever want to take a B-boy class, those are coming too. Here we go, so with my left. So 6, 7, 8, this goes circle, out, circle, stop. Okay, so what kind of helps some people for this is right when you're about to switch your foot, just adjust your weight, almost like a small little hop onto it, just so you can like feel that little transition into it. Same thing with this right leg, transition into it, okay? And just know you don't have to be like perfectly back to the front. We'll do one move to kind of fix that. But again, for now, if you want to like be very like exact about it, I am going profile, profile, front here, okay? So think again, going back to your basics, right, left, that's essentially all we're doing, okay? So from here, 6, 7, 8, to the right, to the left, to the right, back. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, left, right, left, back. Okay, so for this one, this is kind of like up to you if you want to be fancy. Some people might go high, low, high, right? Just try to just fill in that space. Again, just thinking about, okay, I understand the choreography or the combination of it. How can I make it like mine, right? So always try to figure out different ways to like change it for yourself. Okay, so let's finish off. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna add that little paint the floor, okay? So we're just gonna plant for now. I'm gonna plant my feet. I want to paint out and then come in. Okay, so my right leg's gonna go out, 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 in. And by in, I mean in towards the direction, okay? So out going away from your foot, right? So my foot is going away from it, and it's going towards this direction, and then I'm just gonna go away from it, and then towards this direction. So again, think like you're like water painting, and just kind of use that same leap that we've been using. It's the same exact move as this, right? So nothing's changing there, but all I'm doing is I'm adding a little paint the floor, you know? Make it interesting, okay? Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes left, right, left, stop, in, out, out. And then the counts for that is just exactly the same. Just think whole counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1, 2, 3. Stop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So let's try going from fast footwork. Okay, 5, 6. Sorry for hitting the mic. 5, 6. I feel like a boy band member. Okay, here goes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right and left and rond de jambe. Up, down, left and right and rond de jambe. New part. Left, right, left. Stop. Paint, drag, paint, drag. Okay, same spot. Here you go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes quick and circle, up, down, quick, circle, new part, left, right, left, stop, paint, go, paint, go. Good. Let's go from the top. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going right together, left together, back and front. Open up, open up, open up, chill. Here comes the fast part. Quick, around, quick, around. New part. Left, right, left, stop, paint, around, paint, around. Good. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. Catch your breath. Here we go. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is right and left, to the back, to the front. Open up, and chill for the fast part. Here it comes. And fast, draw, and fast, draw, and left, right, left, stop, paint, drag, paint, drag. Good. Okay, let's try the music. You did it. You survived. You survived the slide contest. I wonder why the electric slide doesn't have slides. Okay, never mind. It's a weird tangent. Here we go. There we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Right and left and right and left and open and drag. Speed it up. 1, 2, around and 1, 2, around. New part and left, right, left. Stop and chill. Drag. Chill, drag, nice. Try again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right and left and back and front and open and drag. Speed it up. And left, right, left. Stop. Chill, drag. Yeah, let's go one more time. Almost lost my balance. That was crazy. There you go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Right and left and back and front and down and chill. Speed it up right here and speed around and speed around and left, right, left. Chill and draw the paint. Good. All right. Yes, Jessica, the paint is an up groove. So I think up. That's a good question. That's a good catch. Ooh, you're learning. You're catching it. That's good. Cool. All right. So just to recap, again, whenever you take class, try to, even if they don't do like a main focus in the very beginning, try to like set your own intent when like you're watching a class and try to like, I guess, figure out what you want to work on, right? If there's something like with crazy footwork, then maybe that's like your intent for the day, and you should ask questions only about like those crazy footworks, right? If you're wondering like what grooves are happening, I would say most teachers unfortunately don't like tell you what groove they're doing, only because it's kind of like second nature for a lot of teachers, but it is like kind of like a downfall, especially of like a beginner hip hop trying to join a class and learn. Okay, so always be on the lookout for like what is, I guess, your basics and what's like switching it up to make it look different. Okay, so in reality, all we did was our two-step all day today, right? Minus the little that thing, but even this is like a 2-step technically in my place, right? So again, this is just a way to like change up your dance and dynamics of it. You don't have to do it, but it's always good to be unpredictable, right? So as I dance, I don't want to be like, okay, he's just stepping the whole time, blah, 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 it doesn't change his speed. I always want them to feel like, whoa, right? So you always want to be a little bit unpredictable when you're dancing. That way you are more memorable, okay? So if you ask, you can feel free to donate. I always leave a card at the very end of my live streams. You can just scan it with your phone. It goes straight to Venmo. Donate that way. Or you can become a monthly subscriber, and that way you just pay a monthly fee just to keep donating so I can keep doing these. And if you really want to go deeper and you want to like learn, like, okay, I feel like I'm ready to, conquer a song. And like, I feel like it's not as hard as long as you understand your basics, right? So it's all about understanding your basics. We could definitely do that. Again, I'll leave the link at the very end again, or you can check out the description. And that's just to register for my online classes with choreography. And that's just like mainstream music. We're also through Zoom, so I can like interact with you like face to face or computer. So it's always a lot of fun. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you, of course, for coming. I know it's late or it might be really early for some people, I don't know. But it really means a lot that you all come and even interact, okay? So tell all your friends, tell your family, tell anybody who would want to learn. And yeah, have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Peace.